What's up, everyone? This is Cowboy B over here at Wetjet Performance, and we are doing the RTG install video for the Sea-Doo Spark Tricks. So everybody who gets their RTG shipped out, you'll be able to DIY install it. We highly recommend you take it to the shop, even though it's pretty simple. There's just a lot of steps that you don't want to miss, because you miss one little step, you can mess up your whole system if it flips. So if you're DIY, pay very close attention, watch this video 2 or 3 times, and then install it. Do it step by step, don't rush. It takes a pro maybe an hour. It's gonna take you maybe 3. Take your time. So let's go ahead and get to it. So as you see here, the amp's already in the box, and the controller's already wired up, and we Molex wire everything waterproof plugs, and everything plugs up the way it's supposed to be. This is how you're gonna get your RTG when it comes in the mail. Take it out the box, no speaker's gonna be in here. Your speaker will be right here. This person did the upgraded wet sounds upgrade because he likes wet sounds, so we give people what they want here. But normally when you order it, you're gonna get the 8-inch RTG speaker from Wetjet Performance. But as you see here on the back, there's RGBs, but we don't use those. The water will kill them, so there's no use in hooking them up. But there are waterproof plugs on here too, and that's what's on all our speakers. So all the connections are plug and play. You don't need to do anything but drill, silicone, plug it up, hit the water, and start jamming. So now we're gonna move back over here. And don't be intimidated that we got ours up in the air. You can do it with your top hull on. It's meant for you to do it without it being on. We're just doing this one for the video purpose, and it's easy to do with it right here in front of us. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, as you see, all your Molex plugs, everything has a spot. This is your power wire. This is for your remote. This is for your amplifier and your speakers. And then you got a jumper wire that's gonna jump to the other side. Here's your power wire that you're gonna run up here. And here's your jumper wire that's gonna go all the way to the other side. As you see, it's right here. And we have a Molex plug in the middle. This binds together your left and right speaker. So I just wanna show you all the plugs, let you know it's quality. It's a good harness, made in-house. It's all waterproof, the way it's supposed to be made. It's not off your house install or anything like that, or anything in a garage. It's very professional. And let's get to it and put it in here. We're gonna drill first and do the mount. Doesn't come with the template. What we do is push it all the way up with the Flowform RTG8 enclosures. We have it here, and there's no template because we want you to get it perfect. The best thing to do is get your drill bit and follow the holes. So the hole is here. We got one hole, and this one has traction mats. You go right through the traction mats, don't matter. So we have both holes made, and keeping it held in place. We're gonna move the cords out the way because we're gonna go through the side and bolt it right in. We get 4 contact mounts, because when you jump, we want it to stay in place. It's there. All right, after your 4 holes are drilled, 2 is already pre-drilled. You're gonna put 1 on the inside wall, 1 on the backside wall right there. Then you get your washers. We're not gonna show you us putting 4 bolts in. You know what to do. We're gonna show you. Take it real easy. You put the silicone around the bolts to seal the holes, and you put it in there with your T30 and go easy. If you use an impact gun, you will bust the enclosure if you use too much ooga doogas. You don't want to do that. Take it real easy. You'll watch me put it in, and when it gets tight, it's good. These are plastic bolts. We're just trying to grip the hull so it does not rip out like the OEM radio. That's how you want to do all 4 of your bolts. Put silicone on each one, stick it in with the T27. Be easy on it, don't beat up on it. I'm going to stress that through the video because you do not want to bust your enclosures. All right, we got the washer in with your silicone on it. Put it in real soft. You'll feel it tighten up. Don't need to beat it. That's all you need to hear, just one. And it's in there tight enough. You move to the next hole right beside it. Repeat the same process. Silicone, plastic bolt washer, put it down. You only want to hear one turn on the impact. Use hand tools. That's all you need. The plastic bolts are going to be plenty enough to grip the RTG8 enclosure in 4 spots and not rip out. You can jump weights and do whatever you want. So let's get back to it. All right, we're going to do the last one. We already got the other 3 in. Get yourself lined up right. That's all you need. Don't need any tighter than that. As you see, the silicone spreads out, seals the holes. You're all good to go. This thing is rock solid. You can pick the spark up with it. This is how it should have been done, but we got it done for you. Now, all you do is leave this right here. And you're gonna let your silicone dry. Go ahead and go to the other side, and we're gonna do the same thing. Bolt all the holes in place, same spots, drill. We're gonna show you in the video real quick. And then you let this dry, go away for about 30 minutes, come back, it'll be tacky enough to go ahead and hook everything up. Okay, now we're back. You're gonna grab your jumper cable that goes over to the right side enclosure. It's the longest wire that you have. So we're gonna take that and pass that through that cavity. So if you have the storage bin in, undo the bolt just so you can scoot it forward. And we're gonna go over to the other side and catch it there and push it into the speaker box. So here it is from the other side. I grabbed it. I'm gonna pull it through. And here's your Molex plug. This is where it jumps in the middle. You leave that in the middle. The rest of your wire goes in the box. The rest of your wire is gonna go in the box through the grommet, stick it through your grommet, and then put your grommet back into the hole right here. Once you get that done, you're gonna silicone that grommet hole shut. Once you get enough wire in there, that's fine. So we stick it back in there like so. And you use the silicone that you go buy from the store. You can use black or clear and put it in. So he's almost finished here, sticking it in. Just work it through, take your time. Make sure it's all, the seams are in the inside, it's in the groove. This is the only wire that jumps over to the right speaker pod, and it connects right up to your Wet Sounds or your RTG speaker, whatever you decide to buy. Okay, we got it all in there. So we're gonna move this here. Press it forward just like the other side. Get it lined up where you want it, right there. Then you pop your hose in there, just like we did on the left side, and we bolt this down. So I'm gonna put the phone down so I can do it. I'll come back and show you the work. You put the hose in the same locations. Right here, up in the front and on the inside. I'll show you the exact locations. Okay, we're all in. You see the bolt back there. 3 washers right here. Your hole will be pre-drilled. Those 2 are pre-drilled. You drill you 1 more back there. And you're all good to go. So 4 on each side. The one on the left side, the one in the back won't be pre-drilled. You're gonna pre-drill 2 on that side. But this is what it looks like when you're done. And this is all that goes in here. You plug this up to the speaker and put it down. So we're gonna go power wire everything up. And we're really halfway there. That was the hardest part about doing the RTG, is putting these down, put your silicone down, and these puppies are in here rock solid. So let's go to the other side. All right, now you see all the plugs laying down. You can't mess them up. Each one plugs into a special plug to plug everything up. Your controller, your RCA cables, all that. It's gonna have its own separate plug. It's really, can't mess this up. So we'll show you what to do. Your spark's on, take your side piece off here for your knees. These has the ergo locks on here, but normally you won't. So we already took this plastic piece out here. There'll be a plastic piece right here. You can pry it out if you want. That's the easiest way. Pull this all the way out. And then right here, you'll stick your wiring back in there through here, and we're gonna show you the routing right now. So this is your power wire. You're gonna take that, fish it up through the middle. So it's gonna go all up here and pull through. That's gonna drop down through there. That's your power and ground going direct to the battery. And then we're gonna zip tie everything here, and we're gonna push this up real close in here so you really don't see this wire connected. So this is what you do. It's coming out of the side of the box. And remember, you're gonna silicone that up and put it right here, and we're gonna push it back and show you how it's gonna be flush. All right, we got everything done. So you push your pass-through wire, all that's in here. Remember, this has a storage bin. If you don't have the storage bin, you'll see the jumper wire jumping across. But here's your power wire, and we bent this right here, slid it through the crack. And if your spark lid is still on, remember your steering is gonna be here. Get it to the other side, over here, push it under, pull it up, and then there's a groove right here. Stick it right here in this groove, over the top, zip tie right here with one, pull this out, push it through the hole, push this back in. You spray with a little WD-40, it'll help you push it back in easier. And then this is how your power and ground get down here to the inside, and we'll show you the rest. All right, when it's all done, this is how it looks. It's ran here. This is where your original zip tie goes. If it's not there, go ahead and put one back. Put it here. As you can see, this is super long, so it can get down in here. If you want to bind it up and zip tie it together, that's fine, or you can lay it down in the hull. But more than likely, you're gonna wanna make sure it's long enough to reach and get it about right there, and then zip tie it together and hook it up to the battery, and you're good to go from there. And now we'll just go ahead and plug up all these wires to the matching controller. You can't mess it up. And once we plug up all the wires, it's good to go. All right, now that we have everything here, you wanna go ahead and wire up your RCA cables and plug up all your plugs. So we'll put your RCA into the amp. Won't be able to see that. Okay, we got our RCAs hooked up. We're gonna go ahead and plug up the power to the controller and the power to the amplifier and the speakers. Everything's plugged up except the speaker. It's that easy with the RTG, ready to go. Everything's already pre-wired. Nothing for you to solder, nothing for you to figure out, nothing for you to be a rocket scientist about. So it's all hooked up here. And all you do is hook up the power and ground here, and we are jamming music. That's all we have to do, hook it up the power and ground to the battery, and let's go ahead and plug up the speakers. And when you put the speakers on, you're gonna put a bead of silicone around here, because you want extra protection, because sparks flip over a lot. So since these flip over the most, you need the most protection. Put a bead of silicone right around these speakers, and then put your speakers in the inserts. If you get the wet sounds update, you're gonna have to turn them a little bit and make your own holes and be easy with the drill. So we're gonna go ahead and put the wet sound speakers in here and let you hear what it sounds like. All right, we're just showing you for the video purpose here. When you get all done, zip tie everything together, make it all nice and neat, push it over to the right as far as you can. But for right now, we're just gonna go ahead and hook the speaker up. So we flip it over to the back here, and there's the harness for your speaker. Your speaker's hooked up that fast. We drop it in there, flip it over so the logo's in the right spot. Right there. So this is how you want your wet sound speaker to fit. Get that cobweb out of there. But remember, put that bead of silicone around here. We're not doing that in the video. We're just showing you the install part. Put that bead of silicone around here. And you're gonna put your bolts in here and get the drill going. Do not beat on it. Hand tight once you get them going. So after that, you're good to go. It's all 6 bolts. If you do that on both sides and we hook up the power, we're gonna fast forward to that part because everybody knows how to put a bead of silicone on and drill in your speakers. Then we'll let you hear it jam. All right, everything's plugged up, ready to go. Speakers are in there. You look down in here, your power and ground are hooked up. It's back on the trailer, hooked up, ready to go. If it was already here, this is how you would hook it up. Fish your wires through here, hook it up here. We just did it with the top off, but you don't have to put the top off. But we're just gonna go ahead and cut it on. Don't mind this controller here. This is an old controller to the junk system. But here is this controller. You will sometimes get the RTG controller. We use the JL Audio one on this one. Not that it's any better, it's just the one we had available, as long as you can control your music. So it's gonna pair up to the phone that we have it synced to, and we'll get some music playing.
Coming down, but it's you who have further to fall. Ghost town, haunted love. Raise your voice, sticks and stones may break my bones. Try to love, not saying much. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, ricochet. You take your aim. Far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall.
That sounds much better than the OEM system. It jams, you really can't perceive how loud it is because you're not in the shop. But if you're out on the water, 50 miles per hour will not drown these babies out. They're good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and hop up here and just show you where the feet will go. I've showed plenty of people this. You do not lose foot space. You don't really ride with your feet up here unless you're Shaquille O'Neal, you're trying to stretch out or something. I'll show you where the natural foot position is on each side of the footrest when I get up here. All right, I'm all the way up top in the seat. And you can see where my feet are. So this is the natural riding position. I'm gonna scoot all the way up. So if you're like a tank hugger and you wanna put your, you know what, all the way up here against the storage compartment, you can ride like this. Your feet are totally fine. I'm not hitting the enclosure until right now. So if you got a passenger behind you pushing you up, you still got plenty of room. About right here is the natural feet position, riding in the seat, and you're sitting back, having a good time. And when you stand up, your feet are gonna be back here. So you got plenty of room between your feet and the RTG. Nobody stands up with their feet up here and rides all the way up like this. You just don't do it. So you see what I'm doing? You don't do that. You're all the way back here, riding up from there. And you're good to go with the RTG. You don't have to worry about anything flying up in your face, hooking it up, charging it, This runs off your battery to your spark. It's down here. When you want to cut it on and off, just reach down there, cut it on and off. If you got our phone holder, put it right here on the RSI bar pad. Control your phone from up on the bars, control your music, but essentially it's not that hard to just reach down there and change the track. If you want to change it while you're moving, just stop and change it. You know, reaching down on the fly, it's not really that complicated, so don't need to do that. So now you've seen everything. We'll hear it jam one more time from this position. So no way to win, your exhaust is gonna drown that out. So this is the RTG install video. Sorry you guys been waiting so long. They'll gradually start to go out. You'll be able to enjoy it for the rest of the summer, and then forever how long you have your spark after that. But this is the way to go right here. You have no battery to worry about. So if it goes out, you don't lose your system. If you blow a speaker, you call us up, order a wet sound speaker or order an RTG speaker, replace the speaker. If you happen to blow the amp, we can fix that for you too. We have services that we can fix your system. You don't have to start from scratch, but this is worth every penny because you don't have to do any install. You basically just plug and play. You're just bolting these babies down into place so they don't go flying out. But I'll get more video up on the water as they go out, and I'll be happy to see other people posting videos. Just wanted to show you everything. This has been Cowboy B with another great DIY. Peace.